Help me reach 6,000 subscribers. If this story moves you, please like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you. My name is Evan, and if you had asked me a year ago what I feared most, I would have said losing my job or disappointing my parents. I never imagined that what would truly shake me would be a quiet sentence spoken at our front door, one that changed everything I believed about my relationship with Lena. We had been together for 4 years. We weren't perfect, but we were steady, familiar, comfortable in that effortless, everyday way couples become when trust feels automatic. I thought we were that kind of couple. I believed trust was our default setting. Maybe that belief made me blind. It began with small changes, so subtle you'd miss them unless you were looking. Lena would smile at messages she didn't show me. She started placing her phone face down on the table. She dressed with unusual care just to run errands. Sometimes she stepped into another room to take a call and came back wearing a polite, distant smile, the kind people use when they're trying to seem unaffected. I noticed. Of course I noticed. But I told myself people change. They grow. They evolve. I didn't want to become the suspicious boyfriend who questioned everything. So I swallowed the discomfort and chose trust, even when trust felt like a gamble I didn't understand. Then came the night everything finally cracked open. I came home earlier than usual after taking time off from a brutal week at work. I was hoping for a quiet evening, maybe a movie, maybe just sitting together in the comfortable silence we used to love. Instead, I walked into the bedroom and found her standing in front of the mirror, adjusting her earrings. She was wearing a black dress I had never seen before. Simple, elegant, striking in a way that made you look twice. Her makeup was subtle, but deliberate. She looked beautiful, but something felt wrong. It wasn't the dress. It was her expression. Focused, nervous, almost excited. She turned when she heard me. "Oh, hey," she said, as if she hadn't expected me home. "I'm heading out with some friends tonight. Just a girls' thing." I nodded. "Okay. Where are you going?" She hesitated. Just for a second. But hesitation is loud when doubt is already whispering in your ear. "Just downtown," she said quickly. "We'll get drinks and talk. Don't wait up. It might be late." Her tone wasn't defensive. If anything, it was too smooth, like she'd practiced it. I kept my voice calm. "Which friends?" She gave a light smile that didn't reach her eyes. "You don't know them, Evan." That was the moment something twisted in my chest. Not because I was sure she was lying, but because she had never shut me out like that before, and I had never felt the need to pry. But that night, something inside me stepped back, as if I were watching my own life from a distance. She grabbed her purse, checked her lipstick again, and walked toward the door. I followed quietly. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want drama. I just wanted reassurance that the woman standing in front of me was still the one I loved. At the door, she paused. "I'll text you when I get there," she said with a smile that felt rehearsed. Maybe it was the tension I had ignored for months. Maybe it was the way she avoided my eyes, or the slight tremble in her voice. But something deeper than insecurity pushed me to speak. "Lena," I said softly. She froze, her hand resting on the doorknob. "Are you going out tonight? Or are you leaving me tonight?" She turned slowly. Confusion crossed her face. But behind it, buried beneath the performance, I saw fear. "What, Evan? What are you talking about?" I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse her. I just spoke the truth that had been building inside me. "You've been slipping away," I whispered. "A little more every day. I just need to know if you're coming back, or if this is the night you don't." Her eyes widened, not with anger, but with something softer, something harder to face. She opened her mouth to answer, but I continued, steady and painfully honest. "I won't stop you if you're leaving. I just need you to stop pretending you're not." Her breath caught. And in that silence, everything shifted. She stood there for a long time, fingers still curled around the doorknob, as if she were weighing two different futures in her hands and didn't know which one she could carry. "You think I'm leaving you?" she whispered. I held her gaze. "I think you've already left me everywhere except physically." She blinked, and I saw it. The moment her shoulders dropped, the way her lips parted like she had been carrying a truth too heavy to hold any longer. "Evan, that's not fair!" But her voice trembled. And trembling isn't anger, it's vulnerability. "I'm not trying to be fair," I said quietly. "I'm trying to be honest. Something has changed. You've changed. And I'm done pretending I don't see it." She leaned, back against the door as if her strength had faded. Her hair slipped over her shoulder, and she brushed it back with unsteady fingers. "It's not someone else," she said quickly. "It's not cheating, it's not that." I never said it was, and I hadn't. Deep down, I didn't think she was cheating. I thought she was unhappy. Quietly, deeply, painfully unhappy in a way she didn't know how to explain. She exhaled slowly, almost like surrender. I haven't felt like myself in months. I didn't know how to talk about it." "Why didn't you try?" I asked gently. Her eyes filled, not with tears, but with regret. "Because I didn't want you to think I didn't love you anymore." The words landed softly, but they hit hard. They hurt. And yet, they were the first thing she had said that didn't feel rehearsed. "Do you?" I asked, because sometimes the simplest question is the hardest to answer. She looked at me as if she wished she could offer a different truth. "I don't know," she whispered. There it was, the quiet catastrophe, the silent earthquake. A truth that didn't shout, but still shattered everything. My chest felt heavy, but I kept my voice steady. "Then why get dressed up for people I've never heard of? For a night out that conveniently doesn't include me?" She closed her eyes and said, "I just wanted to feel alive. I've been numb. Not because of you. You've been steady, gentle, consistent. But sometimes consistency feels like standing still." "So, you're bored?" I asked. "No," she replied quickly. "Not bored. Lost. I feel like I woke up one day and didn't recognize myself. And instead of talking to you, I started hiding, pretending, planning little escapes just so I could breathe." "Escapes?" I repeated. "From me?" There was no anger in her face, only confusion, conflict, the fear of hurting someone she never meant to hurt. "From us," she corrected softly. "And I hate myself for feeling that way." Her honesty stung, but it also softened something inside me, because sometimes the damage isn't betrayal. It's the slow fading of connection, so gradual you barely notice it slipping away. "Lena," I said quietly, "you could have told me. You could have said you needed space. You didn't have to disappear while standing right next to me." "I know," she whispered, "but I didn't know how to begin that conversation. And the longer I waited, the harder it became." Silence settled between us. Not sharp, not cold, just heavy. Two people standing in the remains of something fragile, wondering if it could still be rebuilt. Finally, I stepped away from the doorway. "If you need to go out tonight to clear your head," I said gently, "then go. I won't stop you." Her eyes searched mine, almost desperately. Are you angry?" "No," I answered truthfully. "I'm hurt, but I'm not angry. People drift. It happens quietly, like shadows moving across a floor. I just needed you to admit it, instead of pretending everything was fine." She swallowed. "What happens now?" "That depends," I said softly. "Do you want us to actually talk? To stop pretending?" She hesitated again, and I realized hesitation wasn't rejection. It was fear. "I want to try," she whispered at last. I don't want to lose you, Evan. I need air. I need something to change. I can't keep moving through life like we're stuck in a routine neither of us chose. And going out tonight, I asked gently, was that part of the change? She shook her head slowly. No. That was me running away from a conversation we should have had months ago. I took a slow breath. Then stay, I said. Not because I'm asking you to, but because you want to. Her eyes flicked to the door, then back to me. And quietly, almost so softly I could have missed it, she let go of the doorknob. Her purse slipped from her shoulder. The earrings she had adjusted so carefully now seemed out of place. She stepped toward me like someone choosing the harder, braver road. I'll stay, she said. And we'll talk. Really talk. I didn't reach for her. I didn't pull her into an embrace. I simply nodded, because sometimes love isn't a dramatic gesture. Sometimes it's a small decision made in a quiet hallway. She took my hand. Thank you for stopping me, she whispered. I shook my head gently. I didn't stop you. I just gave you the chance to choose. And for the first time in months, her smile wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't guarded. It was real. It was hers. And maybe, just maybe, it still had room for us.